Hello, this is Cuckoo. I'm by the piano today. This is usually my happy place, my place for recreation, or a place to just sit down and chill, build some melodies without any interference of any technical, marvelous machines or anything. Just you and the music. But when I'm playing on my own, I just fall into the same patterns again. I try to break out of my own patterns and try to redefine my own music from time to time and try to improve. But truthfully, I don't feel like I improve that much. And so I want to kind of take a firm grasp on myself and say, hey man, you can do better. I know you can. Let's bring it up a notch. So in front of me here is a challenge. I challenged myself. And this is a piano piece that is called Clair De Lune by Debussy. One of my favorite composers for piano and one of my favorite piano pieces. It's such a beautiful piece. It sounds dreamy, loose, and takes you to a different place. It's beautiful, truly beautiful. And so this is going to be a series where I'm trying to learn this piece, and hopefully down the line I get to learn how to play it. And if I'm not, it's okay. I still hope that I could do it, but I think the main goal is not to learn this piece, but to evolve, to evolve, and to improve my playing ability and to improve my listening and understanding of music. And yeah, that's the main goal. But I still do want to nail the whole piece. I can see though that there are some challenges here that I will struggle with, like some pieces where the left hand moves kind of quickly, and there's also a bunch of quick jumps, which I'm not very good at. Basically, I need to improve all of my piano skills to get through this. So where do we start? Let's start with what key it's written in, and it's 5 B flat. There's 5 sign there. You can see like so. A lot of black keys, like yeah, it's probably in D major. Yeah. So start out like, if you haven't heard it, that's like the iconic beginning of this song. So beautiful. Trivial, but incredibly beautiful. And also, I haven't even thought about how it's been notated or what key, what meter, what tempo, or anything. To me, it sounds like phrases, individual phrases, like beautifully, intricately crafted, and then they all land, and then there's this new phrase. But looking here, it kind of took me by surprise to see that it's written in 9/8. So that's like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's divided up into 3 3 3. So it's some sort of waltz, I guess. And also one thing that I noticed was like the first note is not, that is not the first notation. The first notation is a break. It's a rest. It's an 8th rest. So it starts with 1 2 3, which also kind of threw my whole perception of this song off balance. Like I always thought like 1 2, or like and 1. I never thought about it, but no, the way it's noted is like rest 2 3, and so forth. So I need to just digest this piece and what's the best way to start out. I feel like where I want to start is to just get used to playing in D flat major. So let's start doing that. I'm just gonna feel where the fingers gonna rest to get accustomed to what keys are in use and just feel it out. Okay. Yeah, I need to kind of adapt my vision. Right now, I see all the keys, and I don't see patterns in the keys right now. But I need to kind of know which ones are in the key, and it's going to make it much easier for me to read and to put this into keys. Okay, so again, the key. I think I'm so used to C being like the ending point, but now it's like half. I can feel my pinky is kind of finding the C regardless of what I tell it to do. Yeah, so I think what I want to find and understand in D flat is the harmonics. So I need to kind of reprogram my vision though to instantly see where it goes. Like I'm not classically trained at all. So for me, playing scales, I mean, I can find the tones and the notes, but playing with the right finger layout is not easy for me. So I think I can manage this scale. It actually feels nice. It's like nice in the hands somehow. Okay, so you got to start somewhere. I'm just going to try to break down the right hand to begin with. So unless there is some sign before the notes, it should all fall into the scale. So let's try to nail it. Okay, so rhythm first. It actually starts with a break. it never occurred to me that that's the way it's notated. So break 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So instead of having 3, 3, it's 2, 2 there. Okay, so. And then. What? Okay. So, yeah, let's try to break it down. And don't worry too much about the timing right now. Hold it, then back. Okay. And I'm gonna take care of the finger layout too later. And then okay, treble. E. Yeah, I think that would be a good like place to start. Okay, so start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bars. There's like one phrase. Well, actually, the phrase kind of ends there, but let's take that for a start. But I think like the more I played, the more I kind of forgot about the scale, and then it becomes more and more like, well, what are these notes? It could be anything, but no, it can't be anything because it's in a scale. There's no sign before it, so it can only be one of these 4, 5, 6, 7. One of these 7 notes. So that ought to give me like a really good head start. Now is a good time to just start off with the right fingering. Like 4 and 5, that would be 4 and 5. That's how the person that wrote this suggests to use 4 and 5 here. So, and then 4 and 2. Like the whole point with following these finger suggestions is to play it in a way where you don't cramp up and where you put your hands and move them just the right amount to play it. It feels really weird to use my 4th and 5th finger there. I would never have done that, but they do it because the next one is very reachable from there. So. And then the next ones are even more reachable. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That feels nice. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this one, if I should be really precise with that rhythm, so that's a tuplet, I guess is the term. Tuplet? Do you call it that? This is 3, so each of these is going to be played 2 notes in the span of 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Ah, my mirror. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, yeah, this phrase is a bit longer than it is in my head. Actually, let's play it to this place and break it down, and do a good job. I'm gonna always remember to use the right fingers there. I'm gonna forget it every time, guaranteed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I did that really well. Now, I've started to, this break here, this little rest that starts the whole piece, I've started to inherit that. It's now in my consciousness, which I'm very happy about. Like 1, 2, 3. So now I kind of feel it. This is not, yeah, I feel it. That's good. It's like breathing in. Yeah, it's not too bad. So, like, if you play it a bit expressive, then what would that be like? Something like that. Well done, well done. And then, so we go from here to, no. Again, this is the place, I don't know why I'm doing that, but when I jump from here to here, I just forget all about scales and everything. So let's keep the scale in mind. So, still within the scale. And then, yeah, this one. Okay, so very simple. Is that it? Okay, the right hand is and then E. Same thing here. I think I'm confused when skipping a line or jumping to the next line kind of resets my perception. It suggests finger 3 there. Finger 4? What? Setting it up for, just gonna make sure to follow that finger. The finger, what do you even call it? Fingering? It kind of sounds, it made sense. It's kind of setting up the fingering for climbing down. Like so. Like, yeah, I understand it. So that's a good finger layout there. So what I'm practicing now is to use the correct fingers. So I'm not really used to using the pinky and the next one, the ring finger. Definitely something I need to learn. So even setting up 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3. It says 2 there. Okay. Setting up the thumb to move from there. It's very elegant. Not sure I can keep up with all the fingers. There's like a whole different layer to memorize. But if you memorize the same fingers every time, it's going to make it so much easier to play down the line. Typically for me, I don't have any finger layouts. I've never learned what finger to use in what circumstances. So for me, I just remember the tones and I play them. but it's going to make it much easier to play. Sometimes it gets a lot of frustration because you're not moving anywhere. But I know that tomorrow, all of this work will have slipped into the limbs, into the muscle memory, and it's all going to make much more sense tomorrow. So I'm trusting that and keeping my spirit high. I'm gonna force myself to not stop looking at the sheets and the notes, because I know that when I start learning stuff by heart, however nice it is to learn it by heart, I'm gonna forget about finger position and everything. So I'm gonna try to force myself to look at the notes. Also, because I want to get better at reading notes. When rehearsing classical pieces, you need to go into this loop and just do stuff over and over again. And however much I want to learn, I want to be here, by now. I'm not. I'm like here. But I'm not getting crazy. I'm kind of getting crazy, but I'm going into this loop where it's like learning a special skateboard trick. And you can do it better, so you just do it. And it can be frustrating, but it's also this one, you know what needs to be done, and you just need to do it. And you know what you're doing wrong, you just need to change it and do it. Yeah. So I'm trying to put a new type of logic into my hand. Again. 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 It's like, this crawling thing. Yeah. Okay, by now I've been pressing these two, and by now I've forgotten all about this. So let's rehearse this again and then try to put it all together. It feels kind of nice. I kind of lost track of the fingers. I'm going to tell myself to pay attention to the finger all the time, but since now the music is seeping into my mind, my fingers, everything. I'm becoming the music. It's becoming more and more natural to play it. Okay, it makes sense. Like, I'm starting to see the pattern now, which is really good. It's good that they pointed out. This way I can both learn a good technique of distributing my fingers in a way that's going to lead me to where I want to be. Yeah, that's precisely it. Like, depending on what finger I choose, I'm going to lead myself to where I need to be next. Okay, let's try to tie it all together. We've got one phrase. I'm happy because I've been doing a good job and not been cheating, not relying on my ears only, but trying to actually stay in the note, stay in here, take directions and improve. Okay. Yeah, so what did we learn today? I think we learned a lot about persistence, about not giving up, keeping focused on what you're doing, and it pays off. That's like the boring way to describe it. The more inspiring way to describe it is that as I'm working with it, and I suddenly realize that, whoa, hey, wait a second, this didn't make sense just a couple of minutes ago, and now it's starting to make sense. At some point, I started to learn the music. I started to pay attention to how the music is constructed, where it's going. Starting to realize that the finger positioning is meant to help you, to show and lead the way to where you're going. And everything, all of these bits and pieces became the music, and it became part of what's inside of me. It's not just some sheet music anymore I'm trying to play in the right way. No, at some point it became something that I had acquired for my own, and then I could start loosen up a bit. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I gotta say, even though most of what I do here on YouTube is electronic music, the piano has a really important part in my soul. In my music, I'm never afraid to use the piano and samples or acoustic elements, and bringing in synthesizers and electronic music. I really like to mix all of that and to make it all come together in one space. So I'm looking forward to doing more piano challenges over time. And actually, the one who really inspired me to take this more seriously is Nahre Sol. If you haven't checked Nahre's amazing presence on YouTube, I suggest you go there, check it out right now.
That would be a little more his Spanish voice. In a place like this, it helps to keep your fingers pretty limp so that they're really relaxed, and it's almost as if they're hanging from your wrists. But I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating here, but just keeping it loose allows you to play with a little more delicate touch.
Watching a lot of her videos, you realize that it's helping me out to sort things out, and a great inspiration. Yeah, so thank you, Nahre. If you're watching this, you're amazing. And yeah, so that concludes this part 1 of me learning how to play Debussy. How do you pronounce that? Debussy? And I hope I can make a couple of more videos along the way. Maybe not every time I practice, but a couple of times to see if I progress at all and see what I learn. Yeah. And if you enjoy what I create here on YouTube, please don't be shy to visit my Patreon site. That's a good place to support artists such as myself and Nahre Sol and other artists. So go there, support your favorite artist with a little peanut money here and there. It really helps. My goal with Patreon is to have a platform where people can tip me off a little bit here and there. It doesn't have to be much. So I appreciate everyone who does that. It really helps me out getting the ends to meet. So yeah, with that, I'm going to leave you to whatever else you are doing tonight. Maybe watch Nahre Sol. And I hope to see you soon again. Peace out, everyone. Thank you.